Welcome back. 5:14 is your time on this chilly Monday morning. It's going to be one of our big headlines after a very warm start to January. Feels a lot colder out there. Could be a few snowflakes flying later this week. Not going to be a huge deal, and cold air going to stick around for quite some time. So here's a look at US 27 just outside of our local 3 studios. You can't tell it here, but it's cold out there. But here's the good news. We're not tracking any kind of active weather. The visibility looking good. The air is very dry and very cold. It's 25 in Chattanooga, 23 in Dayton, 27 in Dalton. And again, not too long ago, we were dealing with temperatures in the 60s and 70s. So it's cold out there. There's a lot of frost. Have yourself that cup of coffee, the hot cup. You deserve it. So we take a look at your highs, mid to upper 40s. So again, this is a pretty standard mid-January day. You expect it to be cold at times, and we're finally getting back into that. And the overall trend favoring colder than normal conditions across the southeast and really the eastern half of the country over the next 6 to 10 days. Now, towards the end of the month, probably going to change. It looks like we could kind of swing the pendulum back towards warmer weather, but in the short term, it's going to be cold, especially over the next 7 to 10 days. Tomorrow likely to be the warmest day, but look what happens the rest of the week. 35 on Thursday, mid-40s Friday and Saturday, and then back into the 30s, and those are your daytime highs as we get into the end of the weekend. Now, for that midweek snow chance, Wednesday night to Thursday, we're going to have a little front coming through. Going to start off as rain, but then transition to more of a snow flurry mix as we get into Wednesday night and early Thursday morning. Now, this is, of course, going to favor the higher elevations, and I think there could be some light accumulations. Not talking about much, but a dusting to maybe upwards of an inch along the plateau, higher amounts along the higher elevations of the Tennessee and North Carolina line, and even in the valley, we could get a few flurries, but not expecting any kind of accumulation here. And as we take a look at your future cast, again, quiet tomorrow, and then as we get into Wednesday, here comes that system bringing a little bit of moisture. Again, this initially starts as rain area-wide, even in the higher elevations, but what happens Wednesday night, that cold air catches up with some of the moisture, and we're going to have that transition to some of those flakes as we get into Wednesday evening. And then overnight, we're going to get those northwesterly winds, and a lot of times when we have that northwesterly flow, we can get additional flurries. So even though this isn't showing a lot Thursday morning, I guarantee you there will be some flurries along the Cumberland Plateau and maybe even Walden Ridge. And of course, the Tennessee, North Carolina line up through the Smokies could get several inches of snow as we get into Thursday morning especially. And then this weekend, we're kind of watching another system, not expecting anything at this point. It looks like it is trending a little bit drier, but as we get into your weekend, we're certainly going to watch the chance for maybe a few more flakes. But again, not expecting any major winter storms over the next 7 days. As we take a look at today, sunny and again, chilly out there, especially this morning. But as we look ahead to your next 7 days, again, a little bit of flurry activity as we get into early Thursday morning, light accumulations in the higher elevations. And then this weekend, it's just going to be cold. We're looking at temperatures in the mid-40s with overnight lows well into the 20s.
I mean, let's be honest, though, that overnight Wednesday into Thursday, the rain to snow could be problematic for the commute as we wait for it to warm up, right?
Yeah, especially Thursday morning.
Yeah.
We're going to have to watch that, especially some of those higher elevations,
Yeah.
you know, Cagle Mountain, Mont Eagle, up through parts of Grundy County. We're going to be watching those areas closely.
You almost just want snow and none of the rain stuff.
Yeah, because then you get those slick spots. We're going to watch that pretty closely.
All right, we'll be paying attention. Thank you, Clay.